Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have created one of the database table and also I created one of the page as a about page. So now I want to get all the data, right? I want to get all the data and I want to visible it in here. If you want to do this work, we have to also load one of the form. So that will be just like our page as a home slide. Into this home slide, you can see there is also one of the form. They have some of the field. Right now I want to copy everything. Okay, I want to copy everything, and now in our about page all I want to paste it. Okay, so that will be just like that same. Right now we don't need this. That is our about page. So for the about page, our field right now, that will be as a about page. Okay, make it as a about page. So that will be the about page, and then on the input ID here, from to this position I get a specific one ID data. I take the things with this variable, and here I pass it in our about page all. Right now in our about page all, if you want to access our ID field, that will be as about page and then the ID. Great. And then our field, that is the little bit same as a title, and our database field name, I want to use that same name. Go to that structure. Now that is our title and the short title. So that will be as a title, or field name as a title. Now if you want to access it, we have to access it with the about page in our value. Now that should be display, right? And also there is a short title, our field name, database field name also the same as a short title. I want to access it by the about page. Great. And after that, then that will be our another one. I name it as a short description. I copy it. So now that should be as a field name. I name it as a short description. That will be display as a short description, and that will be as a short description. Okay, I make it as a short and then the description. Okay, perfect. So for the short description, and then that will be another one as a long description. So I make it as a long. That will be as a long description. So for the short description and long description, I don't want to use that input field. If you go to our theme, that is in our backend theme, like if you go to that our backend theme, into this backend theme, right now I want to open our index.html. Okay, I want to simply open it. Right now our backend theme, and here if you go to that our form, there is our form element. Into this form element, there is actually I want to take some of the text, like the form validation. You see there is actually one of the text area. Okay, here I want to take this type of one of the text area, and also form, that is another one, there is another text area, right? Perfect. So now, and also we need that our another form editor. You can see that is one of the editor. For the long description, I want to use it as a tiny, that is a tiny make. I want to use that form, that editor. First of all, I want to take it. I want to take our text area. If you inspect it, okay, into the inspect, you can see there is another text area. So now I want to select it. Click as the edit HTML. Now I copy the text area. And that one I want to use it for our short description. That will be not input field. I want to display that text area. So into the text area here, if you want to display your value, you have to display it directly. So that will be here. We don't need to add any values. Only in our text area, I want to visible it. So that will be with our about page. I want to display our field name. Our field name is which one? Our field name here as a short description, right? I copy it. Now our value will be as a short description, and also in our text area I want to put on the name. Okay, I want to put on the name will be as a short description. And for the long description, as I told you, here I want to use our another editor, that is our form editor. So if you use that, want to use it, that is form editor. Here also we need some of the JS file. So right now, first of all, we have to go to our form editor.html. If you go to our form editor.html, that is our form editor, right? So that is our form editor. You can see into the form editor. Right now, first of all, I want to open it with the sublink text, and for the form editor, they have also another JS file we have to load. Here you can see that is on the tiny.js. and also there is our form editor init.js. So both of this file, the JavaScript file, will be needed. I copy both of this, and now in our master, that is in our admin master, right, in our view admin, and this admin, that is our admin master. Into this admin master I have already load all that our JS, you can see. So after that I want to load it. I simply load 2 of this, and that is here. So now also we have to update our URL, so that will be into the backend folder, right? So I want to update it. I simply select both of these. Now that will be the same procedure. That will be the asset, okay, that will be the asset, and into this asset our first of all that will be the backend folder, and then here we have to add it, right? I simply cart it, and now I want to update, and also I want to cart it, and then I update. Perfect. So make that sure you load both of these. Okay, so now I simply load both of these, and after that if you go again, our tiny field, that means in our edit form, right now our form I want to take it, so that is in our main menu. Okay, main menu, notifications, everything is in here. I only need that our text area name, that's the dashboard email. First of all I want to check it. I want to check it in here. That is our form editor. I want to search with the tiny. Okay, here I want to search with the tiny. You can see that is actually the tiny. So right now that is the text area. So into this text area there are one of the ID and there is a name. So now I simply copy it. Okay, I simply copy it, and now in our about page, into this about page, there is a long description. Here I don't need to use any input field. Here I simply paste it. So name will be which one? I want to use that our appropriate our database field name as a long description. I simply copy it, then that will be as a long description, and here I want to display our value, right? Our value will be same. Here we don't need to add any direct value, only we have to use it our field name. Great. So with this about page our editor should be loaded, and then the images. Okay, then the images, that is, or another one, right? That is another one. So that will be another input field actually. Better I want to copy it. I copy it from to this position. Okay, copy it, and then after that long description I want to paste it, because that will be on the input field. Input field type I want to make it as a file. Okay, I want to make it as a file. We don't need to pass any value, and then that will be our image. I make it as about image, and for the about image I have already named our field name as a about image. I copy it, then that will be, I name that field name as a about image. Great. And also here we need to pass one of the ID, because before they have one of the ID, right? If you go to our home slider, into the home slider, what exactly I have done, you can see there is a div. Rather than you can also copy this div, rather than that will be on the ID. I copy it, and now in our about page that will be on the ID as the image. Okay, and then there is actually our another part, and here I have already added another image ID as a show image, right friend? I hope it's very clear. So right now our field name as a about image, and here that will be the same, only we have to do if not empty, that will be now we have to access it by our which variable. I have already passed that variable as a about page. Now with this about page our field name as a about image, and then the same, that will be the about image, and then with the about page we have to access it, rather than else it will be display on no image. Great. And value will be update about. Okay, about data or about page. I name it as the update about page. Great. Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, and now if you go there, now there is a about page. I refresh it. Yes, you can see it's now successfully get this data, right? Great. So now it's perfectly get the title, the short title, description is loaded. There is a short description, there is a long description. You can see our form is loaded, right? There is the editor is loaded. Now there is very much interactive one of the editor, and then our about image. So from here, if you select any image, okay, if you select any image, yeah, it's successfully updated. That means everything is work perfectly. Okay, everything is work perfectly. Now I want to update it, right? So right now it successfully get all the data, a specific one ID data. I have already get it from to this position from our about table. So I have already get a specific one ID data, pass it in our about all. Great. So right now we don't need this, and also editor we don't need this, master we don't need this. Make that sure here we have to load it without actually which will be not working, or that editor will be not working. Okay, so now it's perfect. Okay, so now what exactly we have to do? We have to update, right? So I want to update that part. So that is our form, and that is all that our field. The process will be just like that same before. Okay, so here now we have to create another route, and also I pass that out hidden ID. Hidden ID means in our about page a specific one ID data. Now I want to update, right? So if you want to update, like right now, that will be I name or the name as a about, that is a update about. So that will be update about, and for the update about I want to create it. So if you, that will be one of the post method, nc type multi-part form data will be needed, because from here I also want to upload some of the image, and then there is a CSRF token. Now if you go to our web, into this web I copy it, I just simply paste it. So that will be just like the same here. I hope it's very much clear to you now that what exactly you have to do. Then that will be our update about, that is our route name. I updated that route name. That will be one of the post method. Okay, that will be the post method. I name it as a update. Okay, update about. So that will be the update about URL, and now I want to create one of the new method as a update. Okay, update about. Now I want to create update about method in our about controller. So as I told you friend, that will be just like our home slider. You can see there is the same things. Right now when I copy it, I have already discussed every part with you. I hope it's very much clear to you right now. I simply copy total method, and now in our about controller here I want to do and to paste it. Okay, I simply paste it. Now our method should be changed. Method now I'm using as a update about. So in our about controller, into this about controller, that will be the update about request, and I just name as about ID. About ID will be our requested ID. So in our about page, I have already passed one of the hidden field, that is I name it as ID. Okay, so now that is our requested ID. I take the things with this variable as a about ID. Now our requested file name, I name it for the images as a about image, right? So now that should be as a about image. It should be get that file, generated one of the hexadecimal unique ID. Perfect. And then the image, I have already loaded that image. You can say I have already loaded that image, which is totally fine. It should be resize it. First of all, I have to check it. If you go to our about page, that is if you save it, okay, first of all I have to check that our image just total dimension. So now I'm done to save it. Okay, save it, and now if you go to our exercise folder, into this exercise folder, our image size as a 523 and 605, right? I want to update it as a 503, and that will be as a 523 and 605. 523, okay, 2 3 and then 605, right? So right now 50 and 605. Perfect. So here our resize will be there, that one. And upload, I want to upload it in our which place. Better I make it as a home about, this type of one of the folder. Now I want to create in our upload folder, in our project, into the upload folder, I want to create another new one. New folder I created as a about home about. So here our home about images will be saved. Okay, so now I want to update it, so that will be updated. And then in our as save URL, that will be as a home about. Perfect, right? And now our model name, I want to save it in our about model. Now here that will be the about, and about find or fail our ID. I have already take our requested ID, take that things with this variable. Now that will be the about ID, that will be updated all that our field. So right now our field name as a title, as a requested title, which is totally fine. If you go to structure, now there is a title, short title. So there is a title, short title, and a requested short name. Requested name also I name it as a short title. You can see short title. And then that will be our another one, that will be as a short description. I copy it, so that will be as a short description. Our requested field name, I name it as a short description. Okay, so now that should be as a short description. Now I want to take another one for the long description. So our database field name as a long description, I simply take that long description, that will be the request, and our requested field name, I name that our text area as a long description, right? So then that will be as a long description. And after that our image database field name, I name it as about image. So now that will be as about image, and then our save URL, right? So here I have already upload our data as I take the things with this variable. Now that will be our save URL. Great. So now that will be display one of the notification as a home, as a about page. Okay, about page updated with image successfully, and it should be return redirect to the back page, which is totally fine. That means the same page, it should be return redirect, and else that will be same. Okay, that will be the about, and then about ID, it should be updated only our 4 of this field without image, right? I copy it and then I paste it. Now our title will be updated, short title, short description, long description, and then that will be display the notification as a about. Okay, about page updated without successful image. Okay, without image successfully, success message, and return direct to the notification. Okay friends, so that's all you have to do. I have already created that structure. Now that will be very easy. Only here I change that our image dimension, right? Now let's check this out. If you now click as a save all, now I want to update it. Like I just simply refresh it. Okay, I simply refresh it. Now I want to update like some of the field in here. Okay, I just simply updated the title, update about page. You can see about page we update without image successfully, and now I want to upload another image. Like I want to choose this one. Now click as update image. You can see about page update with image successfully. So now it's successfully updated. Okay, it's now successfully updated. Now I want to put some of the appropriate data. Like here I want to use as this one. Okay, I copy it. Now that will be our title, that will be our short title. I want to use that short title, and also when it will be updated in our database, you can see it successfully get that all the data in here, because I have already loaded that value, right? So now that will be our short description. I simply copy that short description, appropriate this one, and for the long description I want to take this type of one of the things. Okay, I copy it, or rather than I copy total things, I copy it, and now in our about, that means that will be our long description. Here I simply paste it. Okay, so I simply paste it now, and also there is the images. Now click as update about page. You can see it's now successfully updated, and also it successfully get that all value. If you go to our database, into this database, go to the browse. Now you can see it's now successfully updated all that our data. That is a title, short description, long description, about page, everything. Okay, everything is successfully updated. So now our next job is we have to do from here we can actually manage it. Now we have to visible all that our database table data in our front end. That means here now we have to update. So how can do this work in our next video? I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.